Okay, welcome everybody. Hope everybody in America had a awesome Independence Day, otherwise known as the 4th of July, as we celebrate our independence. Independence Day goes really all the way back to the time of the colonial America desiring to separate itself really from England, right? And the tyranny from the king, who was taxing the colonies and trying to force the colonies to follow English rule, and it was very tyrannical, right? So that's really the birth of it. Goes all the way back, 1700s. Okay, and eventually July 4th, 1776 is, I guess, quote unquote, the official birth of a nation. So hope everybody enjoyed that. Nowadays we just do fireworks and do a bunch of stuff. I think people forget the history, so it's important to remember the history and how far we've come. America's been under tremendous strain and pressure and attack, mostly from within, right? With all this leftist woke nonsense that's going on and craziness going on around the world. But nevertheless, America still stands. She may be beaten up and bruised, but she still stands. Okay, let's get started here. Dow Jones Transportation. We're going to look at this. And we look at this because often the transportation is a prelude to what the rest of the markets will do. Now we can see in this cycle here, this green cycle that we got going on right here, that, it hasn't really been super strong. Yes, it came up right here, but it hasn't gotten above this previous cycle's high. And we get this big down day here, which is very typical for you to get a down day right in the middle of a cycle. Might even get a few down days. It might do something like come up like this, come down, do one of these deals, even get a little higher and then come down again. We'll see. If it's right hand translated, it could get really high. Maybe take out this high. If it does, if it takes out this high, gets way up like this, that would be a sign of strength. And then maybe down a little bit and then take off higher. Okay. On the other hand, as weak as it looks right now, if it just barely gets a pop and comes down, that would be some weakness continuing to show up in transportation, right? More or less something like this. So we are, the Dow Jones Transportation has moved into positive momentum on the daily chart. So that's one sign that suggests there's strength there, and there has been strength, but the SMI looks like it's trying to curl over here. So we'll see how this plays out. Once things get into positive momentum, often that product, in this case the DJT, they tend to get some momentum underneath them, and you might see the SMI do that. But we're going to see, does it just do one of these? Does it just curl up and go down? So the next few days, week, is going to kind of give us a picture about what's going on here. Okay, let's look at the Russell 2000. So far, the transportation still looks weak to me. Okay, Russell 2000. Another one that looks weak. Look at this. Almost like the Dow Jones Transportation, right? Just down. Now, there's a cycle low here for July 8th, a little bit different than the Dow Jones Transportation, which is out at the end of July. So this is coming up on its cycle low, so no surprise there to see a dip going on here. Okay, and the SMI has begun to roll over, and the daily is still negative. Still negative. The 2-hour went positive momentum for, I don't know, a few sessions, and now it looks like the 2-hour directional chart looks like it's trying to go negative again. Yeah, I'm not showing that here, but just for members, which they get the 2-hour directional charts in the email every night. So if you want to become a member, stick around the end of the video and I'll show you to do it. Okay, so we saw the Dow Jones Transportation and Russell 2000 still look weak to me, and the S&P 500, which we're going to look at now, and the NASDAQ, they're just the opposite. The S&P 500 is ripping. So let's look at the S&P 500 here. Let's clean up some stuff. Let's clean up here that open interest. Okay, let's grab the daily chart. Okay, so you can see the S&P 500 broke through 5,600 today. And I think I said a couple days ago that this looked bullish to me. When I see this kind of activity, we got to have a gap up. It's just tracking sideways. That's often kind of a bullish sign. Sure enough, it got done doing this little tracking sideways thing, and it's off to the races again. It's going up. All right. Today's July 5th. There's 6 calendar days left for this supposed low right here. May not get anything. That may have been it right there. That's all. You might see a little dippy do and then up again. There's some talk about, I have out here August for a low. I got this low out here, August 22nd. That's what I'm seeing. It still looks legit to me. So I guess we could put that on there. It's fine. Let's duplicate this. Okay. August 22nd. Now there's another cycle low forecasted for the end of July, but I'm not seeing it here. There may be another cycle here I'm unaware of, but I'm just not seeing it. If you notice, the Dow Jones Transportation did have a cycle low out at the end of July, so there could be a cycle low here, like right around here. Even though it's not showing up on this chart, it could actually happen. Okay. For now, this thing is just on fire. On fire. Look at this. And momentum way up here. Like way up here at 70. So momentum is and it's even trying to gap. The lines are trying to gap and go even higher. So this looks very strong to me right now. If we do get a pull back into July 11th, I don't think it's going to be very deep because there's less than a week left. So it could happen. Sometimes you get these massive pullbacks going on, but I just don't think that's going to happen here. Not likely. Okay, so that's super bullish. And let's take a look at the intraday charts and see where were the trades of the day. The intraday just closed like 8 minutes ago. Futures will close for the week in about a little more than 50 minutes. So let's look at the intraday charts. Let's see, did we get any good trades of the day? This is the 15-minute chart. They're also a really good entry in the 5-minute chart, so you could take your pick. But look at the 15-minute chart here. Look at the times down here. This is Friday night, coming into set Friday morning, and then we get into pre-market, then we get into intraday, right? All of it's here, right? So here we are at this time right here. What time was this? This was at 9:15 my time in the morning. Look at this plum candlestick, Geddes plus indicator happens. This is going up, right? It's clear to see that this is moving up. Look where this happened. Try to draw as straight as I can. Happened like right there. It's clear it's going up, right? You can see it's rising, right? Came from down here, made its way up to here. The MACD is in positive territory at this point. Look at this, positive territory. Okay, that's like the easiest trade you could possibly make. It just, this Geddes plus indicator, once again, time after time, this thing is absolutely hitting home runs. Hits a home run right here. It says to get into the trade. And at bare minimum, you take it to the top up here, which is right about there. Okay, so looks like to me 95 up to 56.10. So 15 points. 15 points on futures. If you're trading options, whatever else you're doing in here, that was 15 points worth of movement. For futures, that's $1,500 on 2 contracts, 2 E-mini contracts. These guys. Futures contracts, guys. And then $750 for 1 contract. A one-timer. Right? This is your money. Ching. Okay. $1,500 or $750, or on a real small retail account, $150 or $75. That's it, just in this little area right here. Just this. Okay, look how strong momentum is here. When it does its dipsy-do, you get a couple candlesticks like that. Those 2 candlesticks, boom, you're back in. You probably pick up another 5 points right here. Right in there. That 5 points. Boom, boom. Or a little, maybe a little below it, and then come to the top of this candlestick. But there's another 5 points there. Okay, you can re-enter on it because you could see it took a dip, got strong momentum. A little bit more of a risky trade, but you could still get in there and make some money. And as it turns out, this thing just kept going. So, huge money made today as this thing rips higher to new all-time highs. I mean, it all happened this morning. If you look at the 5-minute chart, basically the same thing. Look at this. Look over here. Get these 3 signals, the 3 amigos. They're all happening right here. They're telling you this is like right at open. A little bit pre-market and open. What's this doing? Starting to go up. Momentum starts getting into the positive territory. Right? And look at I talk about this all the time. Look at this momentum. Just keeps going more and more positive throughout the day. That's how you know when to trade long. It just stays positive the whole time. Even after this little dip right here, momentum was still hugely positive. It engages and momentum goes even higher. Look at this momentum just staying up here. Okay, momentum's well above the 0 line, guys. So what do we do when we have this kind of momentum? We buy the dips, right? Just as it curls up, you buy. Just as it curls up, you buy. This was a little flatter, took a little time, but as it started to curl up into here, you buy. Because momentum is strong. You see that? So the Gittes Plus indicator gets you in the trade. It gets you in the mood of timing and getting the ball rolling, and it's up to you to take it and run with it if the momentum stays strong, which it did. Okay, you see how that works? This is part of the streaming charts, by the way, for the members. So if you want the streaming charts, become a member. Okay. Look, this is like the only time you would not, like, you'd make sure maybe as momentum faded here a little bit and it started tracking sideways, that might, as you get this color coding here, right, as part of the MACD on the 5-minute chart now, so this is a really short time frame, that might be the only time you just lay back a little bit. Okay, once it re-engaged and the candlesticks are going up and the momentum starts crossing over again, you're getting green, you're in, man. Couple green bars, right? Like a couple green bars right here. Just the first 2 green bars, boom, you're in. And you take advantage of this little run up here. That's how you do it. That's how you take advantage of a strong momentum day like this when the momentum is sitting way up in here. Okay, look overnight, it was flat and below the line. And then it crossed over just during pre-market and stayed there the whole time. Okay, so now you know how to go about doing that trading when you see that. Now, if it was negative momentum below the line, you would do just the opposite, right? You would probably get a Gittes Plus indicator here at some point somewhere. The market, let's say it was up here, you get a Gittes Plus indicator, you get your plum candlestick, okay? And the market's doing one of these deals, you know, going down like this, right? It's doing this all day long. You follow what I mean? It's the same pattern, just going the opposite direction. What are you doing? You're buying, you're selling the peaks. As it rolls over, SMI would be rolling over, you'd sell just past the peak. You'd sell just past the peak, you'd short it. right? Okay, it's the same. The only time we're not doing anything is when it's doing this nonsense. It's just tracking sideways. Just don't touch it. Okay. All right. So those were, I mean, the 5-minute, the 15-minute chart, absolutely smoking for the trades of the day. You know, I don't normally show the hourly chart to non-members, but we'll do it today. Let's take a look and see what the hourly chart did. Okay, there was kind of a projected low to happen around 12. Didn't quite happen. Happened over here super early, 7 a.m. Okay. But you can see over here there was a little bit of a low that happened right there. There was a low that happened right here. There's a low that came down into this area for both these cycles here. Okay, that's how we forecast cycles. Okay. Look at up here. Look at the SMI. Looks like it wants to come down, but look how strong momentum is on the hourly chart. It's been strong since, what is this? About midday Tuesday. Those are things you have to pay attention to. Do the members get this chart? Okay, it's streamed live to them. But right here, as soon as it crossed over back here last Tuesday, and momentum got up into here and stayed positive this whole time, look at this momentum. It's crazy. Crazy momentum. Right? The whole time it's positive. You got a little red here. It didn't go negative momentum, right? This is just like the heat, you know, the tendency. But you just got to remember that MACD at this point, even though you're getting a little bit of tendency to show red, the MACD is still above the zero line. You wait, be a little patient. Pre-market came in today and bam, it was done. As soon as you got these two little green color-coded, I call it a kind of a heat indicator. Okay, red bad. Well, I shouldn't say bad. Red down, green up. Because down could be good too, depending on what you're doing. Okay, you see the two green candles, two green color-coded lines there, right? You see the MACD begins to spread out. At this point, you've got the SMI like halfway up between the bottom line and the top line. You're in, baby. You're in, like right in here. You're in. It's telling you everything you need to know. All right. So despite, you know, usually the cycles are really, really good, but they're not always going to be perfect. So you got to read what the market's telling you and take advantage of it. That's an hourly chart. All right. The members get this. Pretty friggin' sweet. Look at this. You got to get a plus indicator. Okay. In this case, though, it's telling you the market's going to go long. Man, did it ever. Look at this monster mash. That just started doing its thing, right? Stair stepping up. Look at that. On the hourly chart, you can literally see it. Track sideways, step up. Track sideways, step up. That's what it did. It was a little bit slow and lethargic about doing it. Of course, this is a holiday week, so things were kind of half days butchering the market here a little bit. But still, that's what happened. These are patterns you need to be recognizing and understand what's going on. Positive momentum's telling you, be prepared to go long. Not just like jump in any old time. Okay, I'd be going long like right here, right on this curl up. Or on this one, right in here. Right? This one I'd be a little more cautious because I see some red down here. But this one, I'm all over it. This is the one right here. Bam. Okay, this one over here too. See right here? Just as it starts going green, this starts curling up. Some people like to see colors. Some people like to see lines. Take advantage of it. Okay? If you see that this is starting to go green and you're not a line person, you're a color person, great. MACD's going positive. You're starting to get some green. You see some green coming into the candlesticks. Boom. Jump into the trade. Once the SMI starts getting peaky, well, cut it loose. Take your profits. So that's the hourly chart that's streamed live to the members along with the two other charts we just looked at, okay? Super awesome trades of the day on that 5 and 15-minute charts today, guys. There was no reason not to make money. They were easy trades. Let's take a look at my profits for the day. Okay, here's my profits, $250 for the day. I traded the Russell 2000 futures, took advantage of a little pop right there. Russell 2000 looking kind of weak here as it's starting to cross over. This is the 1 hour chart. I look at all the charts, 5 minute, 15 minute, 1 hour, and the 2 hour chart, the daily, the weekly. I'm looking at it all to help me plan my trades. Okay, and you should do the same, in my opinion. So anyway, I just happened to have the 1 hour chart here as I was closing my position, looking at it here. Okay, and that's where I made my money, $250. Now, I already talked about the Russell 2000 earlier, so I'm not going to cover that again. But yep, I was just taking advantage of what I thought was an opportunity here. Guys, it doesn't matter if you do it in gold. So there's my profits. Let's take a quick look at gold and then we'll finish up this video. So this is gold futures, okay? And look at this, guys. There's this huge, massive cycle here, right? And the projected low was last night at 8 o'clock. And we more or less got it. This just kind of got up here on this cycle, came in kind of late on this cycle, tracked sideways, really didn't dip, just stayed right there. Pretty much this whole thing was considered the low, right? And as it came out of this cycle, right, here's this big cycle. As it came out of this cycle, what did it do? This new cycle, it just took off. Look at gold. Almost up back up to 2,400. This is played out over and over and over again. Okay, if I go back, this is the 1 hour chart, by the way, we're looking at here. 1 hour chart. Okay, this is streamed live to the members too. Look at this. Are you kidding me? Look at these cycles. Bam. Up, down, bam. Up, down, bam. Up, down, bam. Bam. This is like the only cycle that wasn't like super clear. It came in a little early right here. Right? Now, you know why this cycle isn't quite clear? Because you can see how the momentum was just tracking on the zero line here. And sure enough, price just sat sideways. So you got to pay attention to momentum. Okay, and what does momentum do here? It starts going positive. Right? Look at all these great cycles. Let's zoom in on the most current cycle. Okay, and here we are. You know this cycle's ending right here. It's like, you know, it's labeled for you even. The members see this. I have several members that trade gold. Heck, I made $700 last week trading gold futures. Okay, I took one contract, made $700. But look at this. I mean, this is like, okay, there's a projected cycle low. You've got this SMI telling you the market went down. You got red down here. You got the MACD coming down, but it stayed positive momentum, even though it lost a lot of momentum. It stayed positive. It crosses over right here. SMI starts going up. You know you're going into a new cycle. And bam, you start getting some green right here. Boom. Look at this thing. This is the telling sign of the typical bullish indication that you know a product is bullish. It comes up, it peaks, it comes down, and it starts to go up and never reaches the bottom. Talk about this all the time. And goes up again. Man, just jump in. I mean, jump in both feet neck deep. Bam, off to the races. Huge money here on gold. At least 25 points in gold. From about right here up to 2,400. Huge. Okay, so I don't normally show the 1 hour charts like I did in the S&P 500 in gold, but today I'm doing it just, you know, so non-members can get an idea of what's going on. All right, so this chart you're looking at right here is literally streamed to members. They get to see the cycle lows on gold, and they get to take advantage of this chart and a 15-minute and 5-minute chart to help plan trades. Like I said, I got 1 or 2 members that trade gold almost every day. They're at least looking at it, and they're probably trading it often. And when I think there's something good going on, if my money isn't tied up in another trade, I'll come and trade this. All right, so there you go. This right here was extremely bullish. Bam. And I've seen this so many times lately. Look at this right here. Here's another one. Bam. Okay. This one got way up here. Cycle low was projected, and bam, it gave it up huge. Oh my gosh, look at that massive decline. Okay, amazing trades of the day. Also showing some other charts there. Showed you my profits for the day on the Russell 2000. Which that was kind of a swing trade. I had that Russell 2000 trade on for about 2 or 3 days, waiting for it to make good. But that's swing trading, and lately I've been doing swing trades, okay? Alrighty, you want to become a member? Stick around. For the rest of you, have a great weekend. Okay, if you want to become a member, there is a discord.com link in the description just below this video. It's also in the comment section. It'll be the top comment pinned to the top. Make sure you read those instructions, then click on the discord.com link. It's going to bring you over here to get a server. Then click on server shop, right here, $7.99. Now, I showed a lot of stuff today. I mean, I showed a lot of streaming charts. I showed 5-minute, 15-minute charts. I showed the 1-hour chart. I talked about the 2-hour directional chart, which we'll talk about that here in a minute. Okay, I showed how I made some $250 in profit, and I showed huge opportunities in the S&P 500 and in gold today. Okay, in the trades of the day. So the streaming charts for S&P 500 are down here. And you saw them today, the 5-minute, the 15-minute, 1 hour. They're all down here. So just click on it when you join. You get the streaming charts right there. When you join, just hit me up in chat and say, hey, get us, where is the link for the streaming charts for gold? And I'll give it to you. Also, ask me for the new members video. And I'll give you the link for that. That'll really help point you in the right direction. All right. Every night, emails go out Monday through Thursday. I don't do it on Fridays, but Monday through Thursday, I put out a nightly email. All right. And you get 5 different charts in that email. You get the weekly and the daily S&P 500 futures chart. You get 3 2-hour directional charts, very powerful charts. And my Russell 2000 trade that I showed and made $250, I use the directional charts, the 2-hour directional charts to do that. So those charts are very powerful. They help you stay in a trade. They're really good for swing traders. If you want to do some swing trading, you could do that. If you want to do intraday trades, day trading, then you've got the streaming charts down here to do that, okay? So we got you covered. Intraday trading is the streaming charts. The nightly emails are going to be more for swing traders who want to hold, like you have a position that you might hold for a few days, right? Maybe even for a week or two. All right, so that all goes in the email. You get 5 different charts there. You're getting the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, and the Russell 2000 2-hour directional charts. Plus you get the weekly and daily S&P 500 chart. All go in that email Monday through Thursday. Okay, I also give a few sentences of my opinion about what I think the market's going to do the next day, all right? So that's a really good email. You want to get on the email. So when you join, put your email address in there. Okay. I tend to parlay or transfer my profits from my swing trades or my day trades to fixed income. So I'll buy corporate bonds because I do both trading and investing. And in my opinion, you should do the same, trading and investing. You take your profits from your trading, you move them into investments. Okay, my investments tend to be corporate bonds because I'm pretty good about picking some really good bonds. But I've talked, excuse me, I talked about this before. You could take that trade money and move it into real estate. Maybe save up to buy some rental property. Okay, or you could move it into, I don't know, starting a business. Or you could do what I do, you move it into fixed income. Okay, but do something with your profits and trading. Don't just let them sit in your account and go around and around and around and doing nothing. Because what's going to happen is you're going to trade that money again, and you're going to lose some of it. Because everybody loses money at some point, guys and gals. So you want to be smart and move your profits into something that's going to be an investment. At least a portion of it, right? So that's fixed income. In there, you'll see some corporate bonds in there that I've purchased lately. Okay, super nice. Premium symbols. Every day, Monday through Thursday, I put premium symbols in here. I think today I saw natural gas and soybeans in there for futures. But there's also optionable stocks in there. There's industries in there. Industry symbols are really nice. It helps you formulate a picture of where the money's moving in and out as money moves from one sector or industry to the other, okay? And also there's shorts in there, so really nice. All right. That Get Us Plus indicator that we saw in the trades of the day, right? That helps time your entries. Okay. It sends an alert from these streaming charts over to here. So if you want to get the alert, just right click on the channel, turn alerts on. Same thing with gold. Okay. Okay. Last thing we're going to talk about here is the rules. Yep, got to follow the rules. There's refund rules in there, so make sure you understand what the refund rules are. There's a disclaimer that I'm not a financial advisor. I don't care if it's me or anybody else talking on this server, and no matter what they're doing, everything here is strictly educational purposes only. Okay, no financial advice is implied whatsoever. You are responsible for your own trades. Okay, and that's the way it's got to be. Use the service, guys and gals, to make some serious bank, right? Make the bank. Cha-ching. That's great. Use the service to make bank. Okay, but be responsible for your own trading. Don't go around pointing the finger at anybody else. Don't get mad. Use the service. Be patient. You'll probably make money. Okay. Heck, I show almost every day in my videos how to make money. Okay. If you've been paying attention at any time at all, you see how money's made. Okay, lastly is a rule about being respectful and nice and courteous on the server. Don't come in here and be a troll. If you start coming here like, you know it all, you're going to tell everybody what to do and how to do it, that's not going to work. I'm going to delete your junk. Okay? Just come in, use the service, be nice. All right, don't troll. I know some people try to come in and spam. I don't want to see any spamming. Don't spam. Don't sell your product or your services on my server. Okay, and don't troll. If you do that, I'm going to delete your junk. I might have to kick you or ban you. So don't be that person, okay? Just come and enjoy the service. Make good use of it. Make some bank, okay? All right, everybody. Hope everyone had a great Independence Day. And for those that are international, happy trading. God bless everybody. We'll talk to you all real soon again next time.